tonight. Absolutely loving it. Topic number 4. Hey, if you're a football fan here, this is the show to watch. We are rocking out with football tonight. So, hey, give us a subscribe and give us a like and make sure you're coming back every Wednesday for Comeback Sports. But let's move on to some more NFL with the Bengals blowing it against arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL, the New York Jets. And this is a moment where I do think the Jets got hot at the right time. But, man, yeah, the Bengals looked really bad in that game after looking really good the week before.
No, this is a prime example of a team that's sort of on the rise. They have a huge win and then just a big letdown the following week. And because they're sort of young, because they haven't been in this spot, before, they're just not used to being a winning football team. I remember seeing, the Patriots with Tom Brady in years past where they would have a great win either on the road or maybe at home against one of the top teams in the AFC. And then the next week they'll play a Jets or they'll play a team that's really struggling or a Jacksonville or somebody like that, and they won't play their best game, but they'll still win by, 13, 19. They'll win kind of ugly, but they'll get it done, and then they move on to the next week. That's what championship/winning football teams do. You don't always have your A game. The week before you're all juiced up because, the Pats would play the Steelers or the Colts or somebody like that, the Ravens. And then they would play, like I said, the Jets, the Jaguars, a team that was struggling, the Texans when they were struggling, and now they're struggling too. Those are the types of games that you still got to win. You got to find a way to win. And the Bengals just, aren't really ready to be that top team yet. We asked last week, they certainly have the talent. Joe Burrow, we mentioned we really like as a quarterback. He's going to be a very good quarterback in the NFL for a long time. Jamar Chase, probably going to be Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think it's him, then probably Mac Jones is probably second in that category. And then they've got some young guys on defense. The offensive line's a little bit better. They probably need to add another piece there. Joe Mixon's really good running back. But again, they don't know how to win week to week yet. And that's when you have championship teams. It's I don't want to say it's easy to get that big win, but when you can win consistently, that's when you're a championship contender. The Bengals just aren't there yet.
Yeah, as a coach, we bring this up and we say this is called playing down to your competition. You never want to play down to your competition. You just want to continue to play your game and dominate and go out and win. And I think this is one of those moments where the Bengals played down to their competition and came in a little bit lax, per se, and thought they were just going to roll up the New York Jets. But the Jets had other things in mind, looking to get one of their first wins of the season, and with their backup quarterback in as well. They came out and played tough, and they played a really good game plan as well, one that some people are saying they stole from the New England Patriots that whooped their butt the week before. And they pretty much went out and did a lot of the same things offensively to the Bengals. And I kind of agree with it, honestly, when you look back at the game. But I think smart move by the Jets, whatever it is, copycat league. And sometimes in general, football is a copycat type of thing. When someone's doing something hot, another team will pick up on it, maybe throw their own twist on it. So I do think that is true. But, man, this Bengals team, like I said, playing down to the competition is not something you want to do routinely. I do believe they can still bounce back and have a great season. I still do think this is a playoff-bound team. But I'll tell you where they have to improve is defensively. To give up 34 points to the New York Jets is just absolutely lowly when you're considering yourself one of the best teams, especially in the AFC, and you're looking to go to the playoffs. You have got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. That's another thing we say when we're coaching too. You got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And you kind of said that too, when you're playing a lowly team, and you might have a battle. It might be back and forth, but the good teams always find a way to win. And so I do think, like you said, this Bengals team is young. They're going to have to develop that mentality. But guess what? Lessons learned really pay off later in life. And I do think this is a lesson that they just learned from the New York Jets.
Yeah, it's sort of growing pains for the Bengals. Last year with a brand new quarterback, nobody expected them to win anything. Then Burrow gets hurt. This year, there's now, after their big win, now people are fans and media and everybody expected them to beat the Jets here this year. And when you have those higher expectations, then sometimes they're not met. And now how do you deal with that? So I think that's something that the Bengals are going to have to really tinker with and figure out as the season moves along if they want to be a playoff contender and even further here in 2021. And that is going to do it for topic number 4. We move on to topic number